Hello guys and welcome to another episode. This is going to be a bit different one. It's for all the new players that start to start building, start playing this game and have no idea what to do, like how to build stuff. I mean, they think they know, but they probably don't. So let me explain. When you're building a build, you want to start with using these parts. You get them you get them right off the bat, right? Like first level is already second level. Where is it? Doing so bad examples actually. Look, there's a gun mount here, right? There's some buggy floor there, also the part I'm using right now. Stuff like that, it's everywhere here. I'm just blind, I don't see them, but they're all here, like that thing, right? That thing. So you want to use them. You want to mount guns on them. You want to use the that's your backbone of your build. And that's all of them. 90% damage goes through, which is really good if you're a starter player and you know that kind of stuff. Then it'll bring you really far. Let's see, I don't know what the frame is from the starter car, but I'm just putting, you start off with this kind of car, right? You make this kind of thing, right? That's your starter car basically, right? It is, I know. Yeah. So, there it is. Now, what you don't want is when you get these parts, stuff like that, right? And you mount them, I think this will be strong. Put them right there, and then you put a machine gun on top. You don't do that. Instead, what you want to do is get one of these parts, put them there, and if you can put them one even in the middle, or mount it on two parts if you can. If you know you can do that, do that. This part will hold forever. You will lose all your build, and these parts will stay on it. You can believe me. I'll bet with you that when you fight there on a low power score, you're going to lose these parts you're going to lose the guns instead of these parts. It's really important to use these kind of parts. Really important. Use that. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 for starter players. You know the typical, ooh, I've got fuel, I'll put them here. Right? Right, and I'll pick, then you use some kind of a shield on. Keep it covered, whatever. Whatever you do, right? You don't do that as well. Believe it or not, you don't do that. Instead, you take them out, you make a hole in your frame, right? So look, it's attaching to one block, right? Now you can put basically, you go to the frames, then you can put like one of these frames here in between, right? And then you have all that space. The frames only need to attach to the wheels. So your starter wheels can go here, here, there, and here. Right? And you have all of that space to use. What you want to do is with your fuel barrels there and there, right? And then you just cover it up with these parts you get, which you get these parts. Look, and if you you can believe me, this thing is more hidden because nobody will shoot under your build unless you're lying on the floor. Then on top, if you have it there and you're being chased, you get from the back somebody, you're probably dead by then. But if you have it under, even better built in than I have here, it will work even better. That's okay. So what guns do you want to pick? Like, you have tons and tons of guns you can pick here, right? Yeah, you can pick chords, you can pick whatever you want. But now, first things first, when you start playing, right, and you have your first build, like your first, what you have you have these two white machine guns, right? And you think, what do I want next? It's pretty simple. What you want next is to craft If you want to have 4 of these. If you have, you can put 4 with this cabin or this cabin. It doesn't really matter. You can, if you want a fast build or a tanky build, do whatever you want. You can have 4 of these guns, right? And then you just ride around and kill these butts off. Very important as well. If you do not like machine guns, you decide to go shotguns like this thing, then you want to go for the weapons. I mean, with machine guns, you also aim for the weapons, but yeah. You get closer with machine gun, you don't get closer with cords, which means cords are better. On longer to mid-range, these are getting stripped literally easily. Yeah, so you play with machine guns. Let's basically say you play with machine guns. And then you can craft, right? If you want, now you get some first levels, you think, what should I get? Little boy, rapier, you know, stuff like that. You want enough. You want the fuel barrel though. When you craft the fuel barrel, it's done. Then you have a lot of fuel to farm. Then you can go raids, stuff like that. Amazing stuff, right? I'm trying to make that really nice and easy to understand, a guide, because I get all these friends, you know, coming on, and then I have to tell them, hey, don't build that, do this, you know. So I really want to help you guys, because yeah, I just want to. So now you have this frame sticking out. What you want on that frame is a bumper. Any bumper will do. Just keep that frame protected. It's very important, because if you go against a ram person, you'll do damage to them instead of them to you. You know? That's really important. I'm not going to showcase because it's probably not going to work. I can try maybe. Wait. Oh, there's something. So, some kind of knives, right? That people put on and think, ooh, dangerous. Drive into you, and they do damage. Right? You want to have bumpers against these kind of people. You want a bumper PV, maybe here even, whatever you want. Right? And then if you go on, you see that double build coming with knives and a lot of machine guns, you can be sure that when he attacks you, it's only the bumper that did damage. Look, the cabin is still not smoking. It was before, if you didn't see it, yeah. So that's lesson number 1. Yeah, number 3 was that already? I lost the count. Yeah, and it's very important to watch for your weight. The first cabin you should get is right off the bat, I can tell you, the blue one. Get Growl. That's the best cabin, go-to cabin. You need it right off the bat. You need a shotgun for it, and white cabin, which you probably use already if you're going for a fast build, right? You want that. And you just, on level 10 of engineers, you go to Lunatics, join them, craft that freaking cabin, craft these sledgehammers, right? Which is also easy, unless you like machine guns. Then you still craft the cabin, but you need to go to nomads and craft stuff like that. It's also very important, don't mix guns. Do not mix guns. Please, it will only be worse. I mean, look, this is a what's it called? A art build. Art builds are fine. You know, they don't use it for a fight. You don't use them for fighting. But if you want a PvP gun, you don't want to have 2 different guns, like this, for example. No, it's not true. Having the look where the cannon is mounted. That's absolutely terrible. You should not do that. Right? What you want to do, wait, actually let me just quickly delete this thing. I'll show you real fast. So, no offense to that guy, by the way. This is for learning experience only. Oh frick, I don't have the gun stuff. Yeah. So what you want to do instead of having that, look, and he's using good parts underneath. Oh, you should just put it like that, or even like this, and then you could put some armor around it, right? Like this. And I tell you, this is way better than it was before. These parts are better, way better. You just have to protect them, you know, from a cannon shot. They hold machine guns, but not cannon shot. Cannon shot is go for a 1. But tell me every part goes for a cannon for a 1, so it doesn't really matter. Good. So you got that done. In different style of guns, right? That's where I was. I got distracted. Sorry, guys. So I think I have to build my own. I can't look at exhibition. So if you want to have a nice car, let's say this cabin, and you don't know what gun you think. Hey, you think, right? Oh, a massive cannon. Yeah, I want to hit hard. And then a shotgun, just in case he come closer. Right? And then you obviously put wheels, tracks, whatever you have. Right? There you go. And you think, and you of course putting armor on it, whatever. And you think this build is amazing because you make a kill sometimes. Right? But actually, the hard truth is, you're not effective with cannons and you're not effective with shotguns. While you shoot your cannon, your shotgun is being wasted. The second shot of the cannon could get the double damage. Or you should have just go in with 3 shot or 4 shotguns. Will be more effective than having that big gun on it. It doesn't matter what kind of gun it is. It might be even this one. Doesn't matter. 3 of them will be better than 1 of that, and 2 of this will be better than 1 of that. You get the point. I'm hoping. I really want to teach. Trying to do my best, but I even don't know where to start. Like, of teaching. I don't know how far back I should go, how fast I should go. This is my first video that I'm trying to explain something. I never did do these kind of that's why I'm not explaining anything. This is my first kind of videos that I'm doing. That I never did that kind of style. Like that, come on, that thing, come on. You don't want to mix this. It might seem good, oh, short protection, long protection, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you're basically half good in that, half good in that. So basically terrible against anyone. Because the guy that knows what he's doing, he's probably will kill you with that one weapon type that he's good at it, that he's how to use it. And if you have 2 different weapons, like this one, you have to get closer, flash him, and then you run away and spark him and throw at him, but he will come to you. It's just absolutely waste. You might think it's good. I mean, when you think about it more and more, hey, I can just throw and then hold him like that. Yeah, the more you think about it, the better it sounds, but it doesn't. Don't get... Oh, wrong button. Oh, no, I pressed the wrong button. Yeah. See, so it's absolutely... one of the guns is getting wasted. Instead of having like 2 of them and killing him faster. And the cabin is absolutely wrong decision also, as I said at the beginning, right? Pick your cabin. Cabin is very important. With the perk, with tonnage, with stuff like that. It is really important what you pick. I'm being honest here. It is really important. For example, this cabin would be really great again with Gravistars, with shotguns, with a flash maybe even, because it has that overheat time, that it doesn't overheat for look how fast it overheats, right? The shotgun. And when I press the cabin, it stopped for 2 seconds. I think it's 2 spam. Look, amazing. Look at such a good cabin, isn't it? Oh, like this build is absolutely terrible. You can just look. 1 cannon, 1 machine gun. What can he do against me? None of the 2. Simple as simple as that. I explained with the fuel and stuff, right? Okay, yeah. So I had to watch the video just to see what I told, what I didn't, because I think there's a lot of information going there. So basically, I didn't say anything about the cabin. I thought I said it at the beginning, but I didn't. So But I think now when you have the basic done, you have your favorite. Now you're thinking you done your weapon of choice. You know, lunatics, machine guns, whatever you want. Now you think, what cabin should I get? The cabin is very important to watch your mass limit, right? Your mass limit is important. Your power is also important, as you may notice. If you had the growl, you notice that you have 11 energy, which is really nice. That's the best cabin. That's the most the blue cabin, which has the most power. That's why I told you to get it as well from the beginning. So, and you have all of these cabins you can craft. You know, you have you don't have anything here for epics, but you have here, for example, a humpback, cohort. What should I get? Here, Bastion was here, wasn't it? Wasn't Bastion here? I don't know. No, Bastion was in Scavengers. Where is it? Huh? Yeah, there it is. I saw. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Bastion. So that's heavy cabs. Then you go. These guys don't have cabs. But then you have this cabin, this cabin. You have plenty of cabins on the market as well, right? And the question is, which one will be the best for me? Right? Look how many cabins there are. Look, 5. So many. And I could it will be taking me hours to talk through. So I just wanted to talk about the basics. When you're looking at it, what do you want to decide on it? So first of all, mass and tonnage, right? That's the two important thing. If you're interested in speed, and you should also check that. But also basically all of them is very important in information. Also the cabin perk. I mean, if you don't have any other choice, for example, you want that heavy cabin, right? But you also want machine guns, which this one gives you reload, so it's basically useless. So yeah, you should not use this cabin. You should not make a heavy build with machine guns. It already tells you that. It already tells you that. Don't make a massive tank with some, I don't know, vindicators. No, I mean not vindicators. The vindicators are okay. I mean like vectors, stuff like that, you know? You don't want that. It's just not going to be as effective as for example, a hover on a light cabin with maybe beholder, so it gives you cloak. No, or wheels. Or not even a hover, just go on wheel, instead of putting a heavy thingy on. You know how did what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense, to be honest. I'm really hoping that you understand what I mean. Like, yes, now the basics, you know, it's putting that. You can make a hole in here if you paid attention at the beginning of the week, the video, not week. You can make a hole here and just put stuff under the build, like radiators. You can put a machine gun on top, or even autocannons. Just having a lot of autocannons, you know. Look, too hot? Oh, easy, just seals. Now you can shoot forever. Put more if you want. If it overheats too fast, you put if it overheats and it takes too long to cool down, right? So if I remove that very fast, you don't have that, and you overheat real fast. Like now, what do? Simple. Get a cooler, and that's a cloak. Cooler, shiver, it's cold. There you go. And now when you overheat, it cools down faster. A little bit, you can't see it, but it does. Yeah, Crossout, okay? Doppler is also very important. You know, it's stuff you can see behind cover, in bushes, everywhere. So when you're hiding in a bush, right, and you think he's not going to see me, but he does see you, well, probably he's having a Doppler. And if he sees you in an open space, if you're right in front of him, you're not behind a mountain or something, and he still sees you, well, then he probably has a radar. Like that radar. It doesn't see behind buildings, right? Like, look, I see him now, right? I go behind the building, and I don't see him anymore. See on a mini-map. He's not there. I look around, now I see him. See, so that's the radars. It doesn't take any energy, but that's the penalty for it. Then you don't see stuff behind the hill. Right. Important stuff. Engines, you can pick engines. Engines are also heavy engine to put heavy builds on. Fast engines. engines that don't have any energy, just so you have one. You know, oppressor if you want big tonnage, and rotation speed of guns, any cannons or stuff like that, right? Yeah, of weapons. So cannons, machine guns, all of that rotation speed. While you have this, while you have the speed, it turns way faster. You know, compared to this. Yeah, way faster. To be exact, 80%. No, 100% on 80 kilometers per hour. Now you know. Basically, what I'm saying, reading the perk is important. As if the cabins, guns, also important. Reading, just, you know, looking at perks, trying to match them all together to make a perfect harmony build. Which, you know, the gun has a lot of durability, but the build also doesn't have a high durability, but it's really fast. It's probably a good build. If you have too much armor, but only white guns, for example, that's not going to hold very long. Right. I'm talking for almost 20 minutes now. So, I hoped, I hoped really you enjoyed it. I hoped you learned something out of it. And if you have some some problems, ask some questions, or even you disagree with something, I'm glad to go in this comment section, and we can talk it through. You know, explain stuff to each other. Maybe you know something more than I know. Who knows, right? Yeah. So yeah, protecting guns. I mean, I could talk forever protecting guns. Sometimes I even don't know what I already talked through and what not. Oh, he killed me before. Yeah. So it is very important, as I say. Damage, 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 damage. There you go. Explosive, you need to hide. I mean, that's simple, right? Which are the explosive? Well, fuel barrels, ammo boxes, and generators. All of the generators. That's all explosives. Nothing else explodes. Oh, except lances. Okay, but a lance is a weapon. Okay, I have to stop now. Otherwise, I can talk it through years. Every little detail. So if you want it on anything special, like some kind of a gun or something, tell me what you need to know. I'll be really happy to help you, and I'll see you next time round. Bye bye.